for D.D. Holmes for just under 6 months during the hotel's preview period. I'm a security guard on the night shift. The first few months of the job were normal. Check common areas, exits, and secure those areas. About 2 weeks ago on Tuesday, I heard a low rumble and machine noises coming from the east wing of the hotel. I assumed it was the HVAC, so I brushed it off, but the next shift, the noises returned. After over a week of noises, I decided to investigate the following Friday shift. I found a large stone door that I had never seen before. Maybe because I wasn't looking hard enough, or it didn't want to be found. I sound crazy. I tried finding a handle, a latch. Nothing. So I told myself that I must be nuts and took my break early. Mr. Holmes was in the break room finishing up his evening tea, and I wished him a good evening, and he stood and started to leave. I sat down, and he stopped at the doorway and said,
"You must be more careful. I believe you dropped this."
Then he tossed a silver skeleton key in my direction. After examining the key for only a few moments, I looked up to tell Mr. Holmes that it wasn't one of mine, but he was already gone. His hard sole shoes on the wood flooring in the hallway. This key looked oddly familiar. The markings reminded me of the stone doors. I stood up and rushed back downstairs, past the lobby, back to the east wing. The doors were still there. Why haven't I noticed them until now? I couldn't tell you, but I was right. The markings were the same. I noticed a small pool of water next to the doors and a keyhole, barely visible under the surface. I reached into the pool with my key, and the water seemed to pull the key from my hand and disappear under the surface. With a loud thud and a rush of wind, the doors opened in front of me. Only darkness through the doors. No light. I hear a slight whisper over my shoulder as I find myself walking toward the door. It was compulsion. I didn't want to go in, but one foot after the other, I found myself inside the darkness. I felt cold, as if winter had returned. I closed my eyes, took a breath, and the doors slammed behind me. When I opened them again, I found myself outside. Was this a dream? It must be. I was being pulled as if led through a maze of floors, all different but somehow familiar to me. But not the hotel I remember. Creatures chasing me, treasures strewn about. I traveled up the elevator and found something, a small object, a relic of some kind. With that, my daze was lifted and the dungeon of a hotel started to collapse around me. I ran for the elevator, down the floors, one at a time, until I found the exit. I leaped into the doorway and fell into darkness. Down further and further until I could see the floor rushing toward me, but before I hit it, I found myself back in the break room. It seems I had fallen asleep during my break until I looked at where the skeleton key was in my hand and instead found the relic. It was real. It must have been. And Mr. Holmes sent me in there. In that place. Nearly killed me. I heard rumors of people going missing in the hotel. But we all know stories of people just wanting a new life to start over. Hell, it's why I got this job in this first place. I wanted to escape, but after that night, I felt I left. I took a sick day yesterday and came here to you. I had to share my story because I knew it might help. I'm not crazy. I'm just so scared. I hope you find those people. I plan on going to my shift tonight in hopes to find out something more. I promise I'll be discreet, but if you don't hear back from me this time tomorrow, please come find me. Don't let him take me. Please.